Boy, I sure do like staring at this pornographic sidebar ad.
You too, huh?
Wow. Wow.
I'm tickled pink that things are rosy and skies are blue once again. Let the bygones go bye-bye. No more will I sigh or cry.
Welcome to the F Plus, a terrible place, and there's terrible things, and they're read with enthusiasm. In the room tonight we have Jack Chick,
Please hold my pickle while I keep the tickle.
Victor Laszlo,
Sadly, it didn't tickle, and I got a tongue full of deodorant.
Boots Rain Gear,
A nice, thick, comfortable crotch strap would provide even pressure across the whole clitoral zone.
Rose Frank West.
Thank God for the internet so I could find out I wasn't alone and what a fetish was.
Visit lefthandradio.com to hear more funny words from Adam Bozarth.
There's an art and a science to tickling strangers. I've been doing it my entire life.
And Lemon. A brick is more ticklish than me. A brick!
Ticklish brick.
Say then we'll be married in the month of May.
Hey, F Plus.
Hey,
Hey.
Are you guys ready to record a comedy podcast?
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Terrific. You know, one of the things that's sometimes difficult about comedy, just as an art form, is that you have to sort of compose comedic arcs and themes, and that can be difficult, I feel, and pointless. And the reason
And
why
timing.
it's pointless. Right. And the reason why it's pointless is because instead of doing any of that, you can just tickle each other. And if you do that, then it's super erotic.
Wait. I thought
Is that the goal of a comedy podcast?
Today we're going to be visiting a site called ticklebrits.co.uk.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
I'm really surprised
So,
that Britain
that's-
was involved.
Yeah. That's tickle-brits.co.uk. And we're going to be reading their forum and learning a little bit more about the sexuality of tickling. But before we do that, we need to start out with eHealth Forum, a place where we can all get healthy. And I just want to ask a quick question to you. My name is Nick12, and I need help with my tickling fetish. Okay, so I need help. I have a tickling fetish, and I keep having the drive to tickle her, and it really turns me on, and I can't help it. She gets so mad, and it just kills me so bad that she doesn't like being tickled, and I don't know what to do. Like, when I see her feet, I just want to tickle them and hear her laugh, or if she does her hair, I want to do the same to her armpits, period. I have no idea what to do about this. We have been together for a year, and I love her to death. I want to know if there is a cure. Whatever is wrong with me. I don't want to lose her. Please respond with help or comments. Please. Thank you. I'll do anything for this girl. Just tell me what to do. Please help. So I'm hoping that Chewbacca 1234 will help me. Boots, take Chewbacca, please.
Yeah, tickle fetish.
Right? Yep.
I know where you're coming from, my friend. My brother has a tickle fetish. However, it's a bit odd. He makes pictures all the time on his DA, and in real life, he nearly knocked my teeth out for tickling him one time. He hates it to a passion and is in need of help. Sad to say, I'm the only one in the whole family who knows about it. And where I
No, that was pretty much correct.
Yeah, and I wear graphic tees all the time, i.e. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mondo
graphic tee,
Gecko.
Who's what?
And he tickles me till I nearly cry at this point in time. I understand he can't control it. That don't change the fact that we both get real pissed off when he tickled. He does not want to go dating as he thinks that girls will think he's a creep because of his tickle fetish.
Well,
It's like an addiction to crack or cocaine. It's hard to break.
he kind of is a
I don't
creep
believe
since
in any
he's
punctuation.
getting a boner from tickling his brother.
What was
I
the
know.
What was the bit about the T-shirts?
I wear graphic tees all the time.
Brag about his TMNT shirt.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mondo Gecko.
It's like waving a red flag in front of a bull. I mean, he just can't help it. He just starts tickling. He's got to tickle those
establish
turtles.
his credibility. I mean, are you going to take somebody seriously who isn't wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shirt all the time?
So that's why people on the internet keep asking what I'm wearing.
And I'm sad to say that's the only thing I ever contributed to eHealth Forum.
Indeed.
Sorry.
Victor, also in this thread, if you'll scroll down to PJK513, his post is too long for us to read.
Yes.
But just read the part, I'm sure you've heard all kinds of negative things.
All right, I'm PJK513. I'm sure you've heard all kinds of negative things about your fetishes, but have you considered the positive side of having them? First of all, we're more adventurous when it comes to making love. We also have a natural advantage when it comes to foreplay. A good tickler has a well-developed sense of touch.
That's how it's owned.
Yeah. The skill it takes to find someone's ticklish spots and playfully exploit them can also be used to find someone's erogenous zones and drive her wild with pleasure.
I mean, assuming your G-spot is underneath your armpit, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a perfect response to someone who's like, this girl doesn't like being tickled. Well, obviously you get a tickler.
My girlfriend loves the way I touch her. She never liked having someone touch her breasts until she met me. And I tickle them for her.
Oh, never mind. No, sorry. For a second, I didn't believe your story for some reason. Yeah, no. This whole area, no.
And if you're also
No.
into feet like I am, did you know how many erogenous zones are found in the soles of the feet? My girlfriend knows now.
Of course you're into feet.
Does your girlfriend have foot vaginas?
No, she knows that the number is 0.
All right. So
Now I wish I could.
That was,
I wish I could do a Michael Palin voice now, because that would have been perfect.
so that was just a little bit of eHealth Forum, but we need to get right into ticklebrits.co.uk. I'll mention right here that this document was put together by Caroline. And
Caroline.
And she has organized Tickle Brits Forum into the following categories: armpits, advice, miscellaneous, and stories.
Well, we love you, Caroline.
So we're going to start off with tickle during yoga. And Adam, you'll take that, please.
All right, this is tickling during yoga. Hi, what's up? I'm into tickling for quite a while. Well, not really into. Never really had a tickling session. Or what?
Are you chewing on ice right now? Or?
No.
I think that's
can't
an
read.
abbreviation of something.
Sith. I had to blow it up to make sure I can actually see. Never had a tickling session or like this, but tickling and especially armpits drove me crazy since I remember myself, and I tend to steal a tickle here and there, especially on yoga classes.
Oh my God.
What?
All right. This is
Oh,
a
it's
drill.
a tickle raid! Oh my God! That's what our frat party does.
Obviously, you guys have never been to a British yoga class.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I think in America you serve 3 to 5 for that.
All right, you mugs. This is a drill. During yoga, I try to locate myself near a beautiful girl. This girl has to wear a shirt without sleeves. Now, during the class, I try to create eye contact and share a smile with her and here and there. Then we lift our arms above our head or shift, and I accidentally touch her armpit. If her reaction is an angry look or taking a step away, I take the hint and I keep my hands to myself. But fortunately, this is seldom the case. Usually, a reaction is something between a small smile to a tiny giggle and a blush. My favorite.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. And I got more to say.
Sexual assault for dummies.
I'll grant that your British accent is better than Brad Pitt's.
Thank you. Anyways, a few weeks ago, I went to a yoga class, and there was this coworker of mine, nice looking and all, but I haven't really paid a special attention to her until then. She has a boyfriend and all. So she located her mat next to me. I thought, whatever, no tickle today. But then it got hot, and she took her long shirt off and stayed with a sleeveless tiny shirt. And I thought to myself,
Slut.
wow.
I pushed my sunglasses down to the tip of my nose.
But still remember that we're coworkers, and it's not polite and all. The class went on, and whatever. And whenever I could, I took a glimpse at her armpits. They were spectacular. Gentle with a hint of stubble. That's right. Gentle with a hint of stubble, the way I like my armpits.
Crikey!
That's a rap song.
And at the end of the class, there was this posture where you lie on your back, hands spread eagle, eyes closed. Of course, my eyes weren't closed. Her right side armpit was 2 inches away from my left hand, and it drove me crazy. I just had to touch it, so I did, with a long 5-finger stroke.
He's talking about the armpit, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
She shook and gave me an angel smile. After the class, she told me, "You're crazy. I'm super ticklish. If it would have been my feet, I would have jumped to the ceiling." Since then, she sometimes, when I visit her at her chamber, she gathers her hair, and she gives me a tiny smile when I look at her armpit.
Wait,
She
chamber,
gathers
that's...
her hair.
okay, British translation, the toilet?
Yeah, when I visit her at the chamber,
But
she
she
gathers
gathers her
her
hair? Is that a British thing?
I think it's
taking a shit.
Do British women just shed when they take a
no.
shit?
I think she's putting her hair in a ponytail. Is what's
Why?
Oh, okay.
Why is he visiting her at the bathroom?
Boy, in Britain we have co-ed
What a silly
bathrooms.
question! Because her pants are down, you idiot!
Again, obviously you've never seen British yoga.
and she gives me a tiny smile when I look at her armpits and fight a serious hard-on.
Come here, you!
I keep it at that because, as I said, she has a boyfriend. Anyways, it was a nice experience. What would you do?
Not any of that.
You wouldn't do any of that?
I would.
You wouldn't tickle girls in a hot yoga class?
Probably wouldn't.
Do you hate pussy or something? What's up?
No, I like pussy. I hate armpits.
Wait, you can tell the difference?
I'm not clear on the distinction.
Also, nobody responded to this.
That's true.
And he never posted
That's his only
again.
post.
On ticklebrits.co.uk thought your story was hot enough.
Yeah.
Frank West, will you tell me a little bit about ear and nose feather tickling?
I
We have
will.
now moved out of armpit category and into advice category.
I'm World Champ 2012. And I'm the World Champ, maybe, 2012. And I'm here to tell you about ear and nose feather tickling.
I'm so good at Galaxian.
I'm a certified tickle nut of the UK.
Oh my God, that's a category.
Yeah, oh, wow, that's not even a tag. That's all right.
I'm glad he's a world champ and he got his certification. This guy is a go-getter.
Yeah.
You can't just rest on your laurels.
Hi, guys. I read on here a couple of months ago about a technique where you tickled the roof of the mouse, which tickled as well as irritated, annoyed the Lee. Well, you veterans of the game may already know this, but tickling the inside of the nostrils with a feather or electric toothbrush is
Money!
This is hilarious.
is just as effective in both aspects,
Ow!
if not more. The same with the ears, although I don't think an electric toothbrush would be safe there. Plus, not to mention they're easier and safer places to access. Any thoughts?
Brush your pussy.
Brush that pussy every day.
Sir, this is a tickling forum. Get out.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So
Pussy brushing for him?
an electric toothbrush is perfectly safe in the nose, but not in the ear. I guess.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta brush your ears, man.
Jack Chick, you are Alphano, Alphano.
I wouldn't suggest sticking anything up your nose, especially not an electric toothbrush. The membranes, etc., inside the nose are really quite delicate and easily damaged. Not only that, if you go too far up the nose, you can cause nosebleeds.
Yep, that's what I'd worry about with an electric toothbrush up my nose. Might bleed a little.
Yeah.
All right, confirmed by a doctor.
Yep. That's all you got to worry about.
Well, it's good to know. It's good to know.
Is it medically, like, as a medical professional, would you recommend that you stick a toothbrush up your nose?
Not an electric one, just a regular.
I mean,
Sure. Great.
how do you? But I mean, how do you get to those hard to reach areas behind the nose thingies?
You got to get a reach.
Nose thing?
I don't know anything about the fucking
Use the
nose.
reach. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, get the reach with the angled bristles.
I mean, I don't know. Victor might be a doctor, but this dude is the world champ. I know who I'm trusting.
Another post here. This is a post called Yo Mama for some reason. But it's not what you think it is. Okay, so I'm TKRDB2000. I have seen so many sites that have what they call mummified tickling. Has anyone ever had it done to them? What the? Boots, you're tickle mad?
Oh! I'm so mad I can't even find my own post.
He's gone mad with tickling.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I found it now, but I'm still mad.
Oh my god, Pee-wee.
What? Victor, I'm sorry, tickle mad. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I'm a total and complete bastard. Which is also what you are.
Which is also a category.
Yeah.
A custom thing.
No, most people are that.
Okay.
At least they're honest.
Anyway, I was wrapped from head to toe with head sticking out in cling film once
Yay!
Yay!
during a meetup with someone from here. Couldn't move an inch and was absolutely tortured, senseless. Lost a few pounds too, which wasn't a bad thing.
Lost
Lol.
a few pounds?
Money.
Lost a few pounds.
Money.
Hey, Tickle Mad, do you have any safety advice to follow this up with?
Yeah, one word of safety advice for anyone that does try this. Please make sure you have some scissors or cutting implements available. It's still fun when you're wrapped up like that. The hotel fire alarm goes off. You can't get out of it.
It's fun for everyone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, you have to trust your lure 200%.
Is that a cutesy shortening of tickler?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's
sorry.
great.
Oh,
It's
my
explained
God.
I
well
was
to
gonna
the
say,
doc.
Caroline put this in
Oh,
the
that's
beginning.
what the Lee.
Caroline.
Somebody said
Yeah.
the Lee.
Yeah, jargon. Every fetish community has to have its own jargon. And the one piece of jargon here is that lure is tickler and lee is ticklee. Because otherwise you'd have to type all of those letters out.
It's not the only piece of
The
jargon.
first rule of Tickle Club is you never say tickle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just it
Oh my
gives you
God,
too much
Frank-
of a boner. You can't type anymore.
Right, sure.
Frank West found an explanation for the complete and total bastard.
Did he? Frank
Yes,
Westby,
I did.
tell me what that
And
explanation
and
is.
it is horrifying.
Yeah, it's great. Total and complete bastard. Not a rank you get by reaching a certain amount of posts, but by meeting someone from the community for tickling fun.
Achievement unlocked!
Congratulations, because that's...
And surviving, I assume.
Great.
BAST stands for British Affiliated Society of Ticklophiles.
Of course it does.
That
Great.
doesn't
Of course
sound like
it
a
does.
Greek word. So my name is I'm not Dave. Do your parents know about your fetish?
Yep.
Reactions? Here's something I asked on the TMF, which who knows, but T probably stands for tickle in this case. And something I was talking about with Mekri. Do your parents know about your tickle fetish? And if so, how did they react? My parents caught me looking at tickle stuff when I was 14 and freaked. Calling me weird and wrong, asking me why I wasn't looking at boobs like normal teenage boys.
Why won't you look at boobs?
I left all of those Cherry and Wii magazines out. You didn't look at a one of them. I hide it so very carefully now. I think it's because of the way they reacted that I'm so shy about my fetish now. Smiley that's turning very red because of his embarrassment.
Oh.
And Jack, you are 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
I wonder if I'm Not Dave is like the British version, like this a British version of Cheech and Chong. That would be their popular sketch.
Yeah.
I'm not Dave. Sure you are.
Well, I'm a certified tickle nut of the UK.
Yeah.
My rank.
So I'm 1, 2, 3, go.
Yep.
Just over a year ago, my mum saw light from my room, and I was looking at Tickling, and I had my headphones on, so I didn't see her come in at first. And I quickly shut it off, and she thought I was looking at horrific torture. So I told them in the morning...
What? She just assumed that? Oh, you're probably looking at torture porn again.
Well,
not this time.
Hear me out.
Okay, sorry.
So I told them in the morning, and they were quite relieved, I think. They haven't mentioned it since. Quite a funny episode, really. Not a little embarrassing.
Well, honey, at least our son probably won't kill somebody.
Or he might,
more
whatever.
apt to kill somebody.
Victor, your muse?
It's
Okay.
the shared account by all members of the band Muse.
Tickle feet.
All right, I am Muse. Good forbit. I think I would rather anyone else on the planet know than my parents, just as I would rather know about anyone else's sexual preferences on the planet than my own parents. Excepting perhaps dear old Gran.
Good forbit?
Good forbit.
Good forbit.
Good forbit.
What?
Forbit.
Forbit.
What's your problem?
It's a British term, okay? It's
They spell God with an extra O.
just when they really mean it.
That's how the Anglican Church does it, right?
And then on the second page there, Adam, if you'll take Harabish, H-A-R-I Bish.
My rents don't know. They know I'm into bondage, though.
Why do they know that?
Because I'm into bondage, and that's part of it.
But that doesn't mean your parents have to know.
No, everyone has to know.
Oh, of course.
By
You're
the
right.
way-
I'm so sorry. You're right.
I'm Hari Bish, and I am a total and complete bastard.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Man,
I
so
earned that
many of these
distinction.
people.
Although I've been quite open about that, my kick-ass Velcro cuffs hanging off my bed are a dead giveaway anyway. My mom walked in and asked what they're for once. I simply replied, "What do you think?" And we left it at that. I have, however, discovered that pretty much all my friend group know about the other stuff, too.
Oh,
Do they all know about that?
Oh. Because I keep posting links to my Tumblr.
There's lots of black and white photos of people in leather on my Tumblr. I told me closest friends, but the ones that aren't as close appear to have known way before that. I have no idea how they found out, but if I'm honest, I'm not fussed. I don't mind people knowing as long as they aren't weird about it.
I'm sure nobody's worried
And
about
all my friends are metalheads
God
slash
damn
rockers
it!
slash alternative
Yeah!
whatever.
This is all your
Yeah.
fault, Jack.
Metalheads are all fucked up, man.
Fuck! All
Every
right, I'll
last
go
one of
fucking
them.
get a tickle fetish.
So they seem to take these odysseys with a pinch of salt.
Odyssey?
And they never said anything to me directly or taken the piss or anything. So it's cool, I guess.
I guess. I mean, I guess.
Or they're also creeped
I don't
out
know
by
why I
you.
told you
'Cause
or anyone.
I feel like you might be a little bit of an oversharer there, Harbish.
I don't know how they know.
It's a mystery.
By the way, my license plates are BDSM.
So I need to summarize for you a very long post that is on the United Kingdom Tickling Forum at ticklebrits.co.uk. And that very long post is titled, Towards a Marxist Understanding of Tickle Torture.
Oh, yes.
I'm Thul Khandra, and I wrote a very long post about the Marxist understanding of tickle torture. So let me summarize.
Was this your first post?
Is this my first post?
I mean, I kind of assume
I
it
have
is.
23 of them.
We'll just assume it is.
Okay, sure, great. Let's do that. So Marxism is a tool for understanding the world, right? It can and should be relentlessly applied to all human activity. All of it. Tickling is no exception. And so I have decided to make an attempt at such an analysis. There are two things I should make clear first. Number
I'm
one,
insane.
as of this time, I am unfortunately a tickle virgin.
No one will touch me for any reason.
Tickle forced loneliness.
It's real.
The struggle is real.
True force mirthlessness.
This will inevitably impact on my analysis by drastically limiting the available data.
Wait,
I don't know anything about this. Let me talk about it.
So if
Goodbye.
he's never been tickled before, how does he know he has a tickling fetish?
Well, he might be Karl Marx.
Well, he's jerked off before.
Maybe he's not even interested in the tickle. He's just interested in how it relates to Marxism.
That's fair.
He's a scholar.
Nonetheless, I feel this to be a worthwhile exercise.
Hey, Lemon, you summed up the internet in one single sentence.
Boy, I did.
Nevertheless.
This is his master's thesis.
Just be prepended onto every forum post ever.
Just make it everyone's signature.
Yeah. If you should happen to want to do a little push the revolution... What? If you should want to do a little push the revolution forwards, yeah. By all
Coming on to
means,
me?
see my post in the personal section, or send me a
Oh,
Did he just say tickle him to bring on the revolution?
Yes.
If you
how it
want to
starts.
fuck.
yep. It's,
So then I wrote lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of words, and then I summarized that in conclusion, because that's how you write an essay.
Oh my god.
In
my
conclusion,
God.
yeah, you're still scrolling, aren't you?
No, I got stuck on the Lee is the proletariat.
But also, the lure is the proletariat.
Yeah, like right after that. It's just...
this is the chapter Karl Marx didn't want you to see.
In conclusion, my tentative Maoist analysis, yeah, I started out Marxist, I ended up Maoist,
Good.
is that both Lur and Lee have experiences similar to those of people who devote themselves to the revolution, the proletariat, and humanity, which are two different things.
So it's like there's no relation between them.
The Lee is the means of production.
But these experiences
No, that's whatever.
are shared
Fuck it.
between them rather than being experienced in totality by either one. This suggests that the possibility that communist-minded tickle partners might use tickle torture as an enjoyable method of assisting one another in the struggle for self-cultivation. But at this point, I shall stop speculating. It would be erroneous to start drawing practical lessons from a tentative, untried analysis.
What do you mean, erroneous?
Great. Now I can't disagree with everything you wrote.
Yeah, it's my strategy whenever I'm writing something to end it with, but what the fuck do I know?
I'm gonna say for
Hey, but
anybody
I'm just some
listening,
guy, right?
Hey, I'm just some asshole.
anybody listening to this episode, go to thefpl.us, click on the doc for this, because this whole fucking thing is amazing.
Yeah.
Worth your time.
Yeah. Cut for time, but Jesus Christ. All right, we need to get to a tickle story.
And if you want to discuss this, you can go to Bulb.
Yep.
Good job.
You can trail off when you type it in, too.
BALLPIIII.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, is that available?
As I was saying, we need to get to our tickle experience. So this is my first tickle experience, F/M. It is a story by Love to Tickle. And, okay, Adam, if you'll take this, please.
My first tickle experience, F for M, by Love to Tickle. Hi, my name is Jace, and I have a girlfriend named Alexa.
Okay.
I thought she was the one for me, but however, she had been keeping one secret. She liked to tickle people all the time. I noticed it before because she would try and tickle me, and would also tickle me when I was in bed. Anyways, this was my first tickling experience. We were sitting down on the sofa watching a movie together. You know, one of those chick flicks.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
We were making out when she poked my sides. I jumped. She looked at me and smiled. "What's with the creepy face?" I asked.
Is that
Your
British
face
slang?
is so flat and filled with ham.
It's so too
was she-
creepy
was
and spoopy.
Is she wearing a crepe?
Nothing. Just wanted to test something out.
I looked confused.
It's nothing to worry about.
Then she started watching the movie. She then put her arm around my shoulder and started to wiggle her fingers on my neck. My body reaction to that was putting my head and should together.
Please.
I don't know what's up with her.
Tog fur.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I tickling you?
Yeah. There is something strange going on with her. For 1 hour, she didn't try to make another move on me. My eyes were coming heavy, so I fell asleep
Gross.
on the sofa.
Gross.
Great.
When I woke up, I was on my bed. How did I come here? I don't remember going to bed last night. I looked at the alarm clock next to me and saw that it was 12 o'clock in the morning. Then noticed that my hands were tied up behind me head. Also, my feet were tied to the end of my bed. I looked around, but didn't find Alexa. Where could she be? And how did I get here? Many questions were filling up in my head at once. I looked at the door and saw Alexa in a very sexy outfit. I couldn't help it. I was a boy back then, so I couldn't stop looking at her breast.
What are you...
Yeah, you grow out of that, where you no longer are sexually interested in your partner.
Yeah, I know. You start to look at both after a while, and then you're like, okay, I've seen them. Yeah.
Well, eventually you just start looking at the armpits.
Yeah.
That's a next level maneuver. I don't think he's even close to thinking about that.
Yeah, this guy's still a tickle version.
Yeah.
She walked to me slowly until she was at the side of my bed.
Baby, if you don't mind, we are going to have a lots of fun tonight.
She said all sexy. Alexa then put her hands on my side and started tickling it. I was moving right to left, trying to hold in my laughter.
Come on, baby. Let's hear that sexy laughter of yours.
My face was getting red. I tried to move side to side, but
didn't.
her hands were stuck on
No,
my
you're tired.
sides.
You didn't try to move.
You're tired to move
Oh.
side to side.
I tired to move side to side, but her hands were stuck on my sides, tickling them. Somehow a giggle escaped. I closed my eyes, hoping that it would soon end. She stopped. Thank God. Let me go, Alexa! I was getting annoyed.
But we are just having fun.
She said with a creepy smile.
Wait, so crappy is a word? Like
Yes.
No.
Yes. Check your Skype
According
log.
to the Urban Dictionary, creepy is creepy in a bad way.
Yeah, you know the seldom
Yeah.
the seldom known bad meaning of creepy.
Right.
Yeah, it's too spooky for me.
It's a combination of creepy and crappy.
It's when a fuckboy
Because that word needed to exist.
Yeah. When you're creepy, but you're bad at it.
I couldn't help but to laugh. Ha 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 ha! I couldn't stop there. I tired moving side to side, but they failed.
His tires failed.
Wait, your sides?
Yep.
He forgot to get them rotated after
Kidney failure.
miles.
He had kidney failure.
I was stuck to the bed. She moved her hands down to my waist and then to my penis.
What?
She started to
That's
rub
my
it.
most ticklish spot for some
It
reason.
felt nice. At last, I wasn't laughing. She was like that
Oh,
for 10
this story
minutes.
fucking sucks. What's happening to this thing? It was perfectly good.
I'm getting my penis rubbed and it's nice. She was like that for 10 minutes until her hands headed to my knees. Ha 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 ha.
Lucas, we're back in the good part, okay? We're back in the good part.
Oh, thank God.
I was fully of laughter.
Oh,
Yeah, you were.
I was,
That was-
fully of laughter.
I was fully of laughter, moving all of the place in panic.
There we go.
She continued.
See, aren't you having fun?
Ha 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 hop! I begged. My misery was making her smile. Bitch! I managed to say.
Oh, that's not a nice word to say.
She didn't stop. One of her hand was on my knees and the other was on my sides. Ha 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 ha. Stop. I must have looked like a tomato because my face felt all red, I said.
Oh, look how cute you are when you beg.
She then laughed. I couldn't take this anymore. I had to get out. She then stopped. Finally, I could breath. I was breathing. Is heavy right now. I was all tired.
From side to side, right?
Are you done? I asked. She put her finger to my lips.
All I want to hear from you is laughter.
I looked at the ropes holding my hands and saw that they were tightly knotted. No,
Wait.
tightly noted.
You know that a long time ago? You knew
No.
you couldn't move.
I thought I was just stuck to the bed like a glue trap.
That was my impression.
Then my girlfriend glued me to the bed.
Oh, I must have sleep paralysis again.
I took a deep breath. Will this ever end? She gently put her finger arm and started wiggling it up and down my arm. She closer and closer to moo underarms.
Her finger arm?
Yeah, no, I'm typing this as my hands are bound. Giggles were coming out. I was so tired that I didn't want to hold them inside. Once she got to my underarms, I was moving all over the place.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
She said while smiling. Pla ha 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 ha. He eyes. I tried to pull and arm my arm. I tried to put and pull my arms to break the rope.
Yeah, why did you have difficulty with that sentence?
You still mispronounced tired twice.
Yeah.
All right. I'll stop, but only for one thing.
She said while still tickling. Any ha-ha thing! I screamed.
Only if... I won't!
She said in an evil laugh.
Oh my god, twist ending!
End of story. For some reason.
I'm ticklish Tommy.
Oh, hi, Ticklish Tummy. What do you have to say?
I want to be tickled. My tummy is ticklish.
Isn't that cute?
Oh.
Isn't Ticklish Tommy cute?
Ticklish Tummy.
I
All right. There is more than one forum that we're going to be visiting. This, of course, was ticklebrits.co.uk, giving us a very, very sexy and erotic story. And I am happy to report that it's not the only sexy and erotic story that we will be reading. But first, we need to get some more, ideas. We need to get some more, get those creative juices flowing. Get some hot, sexy, and exciting story ideas. So we're going to be going to the TMF, the Tickling Media Forum. It is a place that is more pornographic than the previous site we were on.
Oh, good
there's
lord.
a lot of naked men being tickled by women who were paid to do that because
Why not?
because that was preferable to the other job that they would have booked that day. So yes, this is the Tickling Media Forum, and my name is Solar Charger. I'm a TMF novice. So, tickled by burglars fantasy. Just curious, but did anyone else ever have a fantasy about getting tied up and tickled by a burglar? I had this fantasy while growing up. Someone would break into the house, tie up my mom, and tickle her feet to get info as to where the valuables were kept.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
what? I don't have any issues at all.
You seem legit.
Yeah, so let me make this just a little bit worse. I enjoyed this fantasy all the way into my teenage years.
Yay!
Ow.
Jack Chick, what
Texas.
does Alicia Tickles think of this? Alicia...
Oh, well, I love this fantasy. Major favorite of mine. It's my fantasy. I normally get tied to a chair and forced to watch burglars tickle my older sister. Jenny tickles.
Of course.
Normally,
You guys are selling videos, I'm sure.
Normally, one burglar would be holding her arms firmly above her head while the other tickled her armpits and knees. She'd be calling for my help, which would never come. Hee 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 emoticon.
Hey, the Tickle sisters are from St. Paul.
The St. Paul Tickle Sisters. They do 2 shows a night. Victor, what does Soda Bobinski think of this thread?
Oh my god, Soda Bobinski?
Yeah, Soda
Yay.
Bobinski
I was
is into
expecting to
George
see
Carlin
George
and
Carlin.
tickling.
I was not expecting George Carlin at all.
Soda Bobinski, level of blueberry feather. I once considered a career in tickle burglarism. Yeah.
I ended up just defaulting to regular burglarism. Turns out the tickle doesn't really pay extra. No added value there.
I don't laugh as much.
Okay, so another thread here. This is called "How Would You Tickle Me?" I'll get this thing started. I'm Ticklish Ginger. I'm a bit of a mix, and I'm an 18-year-old redheaded girl living in Iowa. I'm just wondering, why I picked that persona. How would you tickle me if you had the chance? The more intricate the answer, the better. Winky face. And
love-
Boots, Power Slide X.
I have a special treatment for redheads. Evil winky face.
Sure.
Tight restraints, many techniques. No ball gags, though.
Oh, of course.
I want to hear you scream! I would start off easier just to feel you out. Then, when I found out what makes you tick, and then, my dear, destruction will be yours.
Yay!
Why is it that the everything that men like pornography that's aimed at men is all about destroying women, destroying all right? Have you guys noticed this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
mean-
look at porn.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Victor doesn't look at porn. Hey, everybody, Victor doesn't look at porn.
What is this
Are you
porn
talking
you
about
speak of?
I know,
pornography?
but like it just reminds me of those guys who are trying to stretch their penises into clubs of just like it's going to cause ultimate destruction.
See, no, my favorite thing about porn is we have a title that says "It's okay," comma, and then something that's very not okay. It's like, it's okay, he's my stepfather. Like, no, it's not. Anyway,
It's okay. I didn't know this was being filmed.
I have to tell you, I am thorough and relentless.
Jesus.
You would either love me or hate me after it is over, but from the enthusiasm in your posts, I'm betting you will love me and every second of it.
What
do you think?
I won't.
What do you think?
I bet your dick stinks.
Yeah, I think your dick stinks.
I think you got a shitty dick.
Well, my name is C7 Assassin, and I think I'd tickle you after convincing your father and the rest of the town council to allow the seniors to have their dance after all.
This is Footloose?
Well, something's loose.
Oh, God.
Hey, Victor.
Yes?
Do you have some sort of I mean, I know that you've got this girl and you love the girl. She's a terrific girl and you love everything about her. But are you having some sort of problem with the girl that you have?
Yeah, I'm Zach Seamus. I'm a registered user, and I have this problem. Hello, guys! I am dating this girl, and we are getting along pretty well. She is beautiful, intelligent, polite, and really kind to me, which is the most important for me.
I like girls that like me.
This sounds great. You have a person with empathy, so yeah.
Yep. Empathy.
But yesterday, I went to her house and got to see her bare feet for the first time. And I noticed her feet are somewhat ugly. Her big toes are longer than her other toes.
Oh, no!
What?
Well-
Wait, what? So are mine.
Well, Adam, you have ugly
Well,
feet.
that wouldn't be a problem for a normal guy. But I have a huge foot fetish.
He's
I
only
love tickling and worshiping girls' feet. I could spend hours at a girl feet doing that. To me, female feet are as sexy or even more sexy than her breasts or butt. But her feet did not arouse me. Probably because of her big toes, since her other toes are really cute and normal. Please, what should I do? Any
Get
advices?
off the fucking internet.
Yeah, get over yourself.
No, you have to cut the fucking toes off, guys. That's the only fucking solution.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's the other option.
No, you just have to cut
get
them off.
over
You could
yourself.
sand them down.
Oh, good point. Good point. Thinking
Get a
outside the
plane
box,
out and-
Bozarth. I like it. You're up for a promotion this year.
Any
Thank
advices?
you.
Did any of you ever had this kind of situation?
No.
Please, any enlightenment and opinion are welcome. Thank you all in advance. I assume that's a Final Fantasy picture? Picture of Final Fantasy.
Yes.
Something.
It might as well be.
Excuse me, that's Zach from Final Fantasy VII?
Thank Frank West.
That's weird. Like she's cool, but she doesn't have a Morton's toe, and I can't stand that. Whatever.
And then Frank West on page 4 there, post number 50 is by master_D_68.
Yep. Is there any way we could see her feet? They might not be that bad.
Absolutely the next logical question.
Anyway.
I can't believe it took 50 posts to get there. So, Jack Chick.
Yes.
You're going to make a choice here.
Okay.
Would you like to read the thread entitled, Is Hypnotic Tickling Possible?
Okay.
And there's like 4 question marks. Or, would you like to read a poem modeled after 'Twas the Night Before Christmas?
Oh my God. That's
Oh.
usually these questions are easy. That's
God,
fucking
that's,
brutal.
that's Sophie's choice right there.
I have to go with poetry though. I'm such a fan of the arts.
Okay, great. This comes after, in the document that Caroline put together, this comes right after another poem, which is to the tune of Hi Ho by Snow White. And it goes, hi ho, the stockings got to go. They may be sexier than a stock and feel very nice against my cock.
You get great. No, sorry. That clearly says fuck.
Okay, you're right. Fuck.
Fuck.
Anyway, so Jack Chick, if you'll take this "Twas the Night Before Christmas" poem, which
Oh, and it's in red.
that's
It's
it should be
festive.
half in red,
Yeah.
half in green.
Hi, I'm Dimple Toes. I'm a 3rd level indigo feather. 'Twas the night before Christmas. I got this in an email from Killy, and he asked me to post it for him in here. Line doesn't really work very well. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and God, it was neat. The kids were both gone, and my wife was in heat. All the doors...
That's the cat.
The doors were all bolted, the phone off the hook. It was time for some nookie by hook or by crook. Mom in her day.
I am not a pervert.
Wait,
I am a
what?
real man.
Mom in her teddy, and
What?
and I in the nude had just
Keep going, goddammit.
had just hit the bathroom and reached for the lube. Went out.
Oh, God.
Bedroom.
It doesn't matter, Boots. It doesn't matter.
Went out on the
matters to
lawn.
me.
There arose such a cry that I lost my boner and Mama went dry.
Oh my lord!
That's the
bastard.
This
best.
was written in a semi-truck.
That's the best rhyme we've ever
No
had.
doubt about this was written in a semi-truck.
Hey, keep it down. You're drying out my mom's pussy.
No, you're drying up mother's pussy.
You're drying out mother's
Mother.
pussy.
Oh, Father, I don't know. The pussy's gone dry after that fright.
All right, keep going.
Up to the window I sprang like an elf, tore back the shade while she played with herself.
Oh.
The moon was so bright that it lit up the yard. The place was a mess. Something hit it real hard. It was my cock. What to my wondering eyes should appear but a crooked old sleigh and ain't mangy reindeer, with a fat little driver half at his sled, a sock in his ear and a bra on his head.
Well, that's the craziest thing that's happened in this poem so far.
I feel like I know where this story is going.
Oh, I don't. It's as a mystery to me. Sure as I'm speaking, he was high as a kite, and he yelled to his team, but it didn't sound right. Whoa, shithead! Whoa, asshole! Whoa, stupid! Whoa, putz! Fucking slow down, or I'll cut off your nuts!
You think you're so
My
fucking
dad's in
clever.
this poem.
Which one is he?
I didn't know you had that many brothers.
Wait, I don't. Oh. Asshole's the dog.
I see. Over the
Okay,
lamppost.
so no. This is too unpleasant to read this much.
My favorite F plus trope. No, we can't read all of this.
Read the start from the fourth from last paragraph.
Jack, please take the stanza that starts with the cock ring.
Capital, good Sir Lemon. A cock ring, a G-string, and all types of oil, and a dildo so long that it lay in a coil. This stuff ain't for kids. Mrs. Santa would shit. If you don't mind, I'll leave it. I'll hear when I split. He filled
Santa's
every...
just walking around with these sex toys, and he has to unload them
Yeah.
down the sleigh.
It's the one night a year he gets out of the house.
No,
That's a
he's
pretty big
shedding,
dildo.
He's shedding ballast to ensure that the reindeer can take off again.
Right.
He filled every stocking and then took his leave, with one tiny butt plug tucked under his sleeve. He sprang to his sleigh, but his feet were like lead, and he fell on his buttocks and broke wind instead.
Oh, he farted. I'm still imagining the butt plug under the sleeve.
Well, I was gonna say that too, but I guess like for
It's
these
like cigarettes.
armpit freaks,
It's like cigarettes. You roll them up.
I see.
You roll them up.
So he's
See,
like
I-
plugging up his armpit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I saw he fell on his butt, I thought he was actually going to fall on the butt plug and get it stuck in there.
No, but because it's under.
And we'd have some wacky hijinks to get that out.
with his pants.
Yeah, we could have like 7 more stanzas. It'd be great.
Well, we skipped a bunch. Maybe his pants are off. I don't know.
He cursed and got up and climbed into his hitch. Let's go, you varmints, the night's been a bitch. The shuddering lurch slammed him back in his chair, and he let out a belch as they took to the air. Bending the lamppost and raking the tree, he bounced off a rooftop and finally got 3. I'm coming home, woman, he sang with his smirk. So grab both your ankles and pull up your skirt.
So Jack, do you think you chose the right piece?
Yes, that was terrible. And reading up, it's still terrible.
You happy with the option that you took there?
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm almost got enough inspiration for another story, but I'm not quite there yet. So I dare you. I dare you to think of the craziest tickling scenario you can imagine.
So I have a pretty fucked up mind, so I could go on forever, and that's why I'm multiple people. Tickled by a machine that only tickles you when you laugh, but you laugh and it tickles you harder.
Okay.
Being completely paralyzed and having my feet tickled.
Pretty crazy.
That's pretty unusual.
Yeah, that's nuts.
3, being spread eagle tied and gang tickled. 2 people per each foot. 1 person per knee. 1 person per thigh. 1 person on the crotch. 1 per each side. 1 per each side of ribs.
Hold on, I'm getting this down the diagram.
1 per underarm and 1 on the neck.
It's getting a little crowded in here.
2 per underarm.
So there's only 1 on each side. So the other one's like on a ladder, or are they floating, or...
No, this guy requires a fucking PowerPoint presentation to organize his tickling fetish.
This is my tickling org chart.
There are 11 people around this guy.
Wait till he discovers people have 2 hands.
Oh, Lord. That's...
1 per nipple.
Okay, tickling scenario number 4.
Right.
Buying a pair of over-ankle slippers that, when put on, lock themselves to your feet and tickle like mad. Fantasy.
Oh, so not in real
That
life.
doesn't. The first 3 were real life things that are going to happen.
Oh my god.
Number 4, I don't know, tickle shoes.
Number 5, being mummified by a very long, thick duvet and having my feet tickled for 2 hours.
Precisely.
Fantasy.
No longer or shorter.
Fantasy. Number 6, being tickled psychically.
Not fantasy. There's no fantasy tag. That's a real one.
Right, yep.
Number 8. They bring back the stocks as a punishment. I'm framed for something. The whole town lines up, waiting to tickle my feet.
So it's important that you're innocent of this crime, right? You're
Yes.
like
Yeah.
the A-team of tickling?
No, I totally don't deserve this.
Number 9, walking through a toy shop when all the toys come alive and become obsessed with tickling.
Of course!
Nothing better than a
It's
rock.
so simple!
Also note, this one is also not fantasy.
It might be the craziest one so far, though.
I like when a model train rams into my feet and that somehow tickles them.
Sure. Number 10, being abducted by aliens and being the subject of experiments on the physiology of nerve endings. This includes every type of tickling.
Again, altruism. This is for greater understanding.
Yeah.
Number 11, going in for an operation. Instead, I am just tickled while stuck in the hospital.
Fuckface!
guys, I really need a lung transplant.
Yeah, I know you do, motherfucker! Also,
Is your appendix gonna burst? Is it? Whee!
on a slightly different tack, number 12, being tickled for my health.
It's like drinking a glass of brandy a day. It's just,
Also changing tack, Jack Chick.
Number 13, get sentenced to death by tickling!
Is there anything it can't do?
No.
Nope.
Number 14. Dying and getting my feet tickled for all eternity in the afterlife.
Not only a life of tickling, but an afterlife of tickling as well.
Oh, it's the room they didn't go in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Number 15, waking up as Mercy Mew in the Low Road Saga.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I have no idea what that
cares?
Is that an anime?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, that's one for my bingo card.
Yep, check
And
out
mine
the
probably
bingo
is
card.
too. Placed in all of Scavenger's tickling machines in turn.
All right, great, terrific, wonderful.
That seems like something good to Google.
Oh, it's a
That one's a fantasy, by the way.
Yeah, it's fantasy.
it's a fantasy, yeah.
But getting sentenced to death by tickling is not.
Number 17, ghosts haunt my house. Trap me on my bed. Tickle me as a punishment for living here.
That's the best they can think of.
That's almost a haiku. Until he screwed it up.
Number 18. My girlfriend must find something in 7 days. All the time she is gone, I am gang tickled. It's the best episode of 24 ever.
That's a season.
Yeah, that's 7 seasons.
I want to be tickled for 7 seasons of 24.
That would be some compelling TV, really.
That would actually make that better.
Number 19. Wake up in a mansion as some millionaire's tickle slave.
Okay.
One day I dream to be rich enough to have my own tickle slave.
Oh, good. I finally get a good one. Number 20. Falling in a big vat of cement all the way up to my neck. The builders chip away the cement so that my feet are free. They go on a lunch break. 2 dogs run up and lick my feet.
Now, what about that was a good one, Victor?
That was better than... It's better than getting completely paralyzed and having my feet tickled. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was becoming completely paralyzed and having your feet tickled.
To be fair, I didn't read it before I said that.
Well, you think we're done, but we're not, because after finishing that post, there's a couple more posts, and then Wishfoot88 comes back. He has a couple more. So, Boots, take it from number 1.
Oh, my God.
I just like to say that I looked it up, and Low Roads and Scavenger are both people on this forum.
Of course. Okay.
Anyway. Okay. I've got a couple more. 1, having your feet tied up with string attached to the toes.
Okay.
So that when you laugh and scrunch your toes, you pull the strings. The string controls the tickling device on another person.
So, Saw.
And so on and so
No,
forth.
I think I'd like this more.
It's feather.
Number 2. 4 people mummy... fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2. 4 people mummy-wrapped, but with their arms free. They are all arranged in a square on their sides. Each person has the person in front of them's feet near their face.
Great.
If your feet are tickled, then you must tickle the feet in front of you.
Why?
Oh, so Human Centipede.
Then all it would take would be one person to give in to the temptation to set off an entire tickling chain. Boy, now that we're all tied together, I can't resist tickling your
because,
feet.
Yeah, if you were, like, kidnapped and just, like, tied to other people, your first impulse.
Oh my God, I don't want to die here. Hey,
Not only would your first impulse be to tickle somebody else's feet, but if your feet were tickled, you'd go like, oh my God, now I clearly have to tickle somebody else's feet. There's no other reaction to that happening.
No.
just please, I don't want to die. The person behind them, tickle you, pass it on.
The telephone game of tickling.
There are rules.
Listen, okay, fine. Here, something believable is about to happen. Number 3, the public fall victim to a virus that makes them want to tickle people.
Legit.
A quarter of the population is immune and become the tickle slaves of the rest. It's like that movie Congo.
It's exactly like the movie Congo.
You saw the movie Congo?
I did.
Yeah, it's just like that. You don't need to see it now.
Yep.
Number 4. Every tickle fucking semicolon? Anyways, story, artwork, image you have ever looked at becomes true and you are the Lee.
I don't know why you're confused by the semicolon. This enumerated list is number and then a comma afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
an enumerated list. That's how it works.
No, totally. That represents a complete clause. So, I mean, the semicolon is... Fuck this goddamn page.
Number 5. Everything I have said happens to me, and I start a true tickling story with, "You will never believe what happened to me."
No, I won't.
I thought
Dear Tickling Forum. It actually works. Fucking hell.
almost as though you have experience with this, Boots.
Yeah.
6. Watch a tickling video. When you blink, you are suddenly the Lee.
Of course. Yeah. Number 7, your body become paralyzed. The only way to treat you is tickling.
Number 9, you're in the sea when an octopus's tentacles wrap around your wrists and ankles. It then calls on all the other sea creatures to tickle you.
All of them. There's a line that wraps around the planet 4 times.
Goddamn fucking Aquaman. Fuck.
Number 10, your computer picks up on what you were looking at and comes alive.
Wait.
It starts sending messages to everyone in your area to come to your house and tickle you beyond belief.
Of course. So the computer wore tennis shoes.
And tickled me
If my
with the tennis shoes.
if my computer picks up on what I'm looking at, it's going to kill itself.
All right, so that's the end of that post by Wishfoot, which means that it's time for another post by Wishfoot.
Yay!
All right, Jack Chick, take it.
Oh my god. Okay, I do a couple more. Number 1, you are walking through the park when thousands of ants swarm around you and carry you off to their nest. They begin to swarm all over your body, tickling as they go!
Yeah, like ants do, sure.
It's pretty ant-like behavior.
Number 2, when you die, you find out that for every sin you have committed, you shall be tickled for a year. Why do I get all the ones about dying?
Number 3, you're fighting in a war when you get captured. Huh? The
Yeah, I like
enemy tickles your feet for information.
Boy, I had no idea you were going there. What a
Did not
surprise.
see that coming. Major plot twist.
Nothing sexier
Shit,
than
we've been
fighting a
ramping
war.
up until now, but... Okay, number 4, you go to a salon for a tan. You get stuck in the tanning bed with your feet sticking out the end.
Huh?
While you wait for the maintenance guy to turn up, huh? The staff tickle your feet.
Of course. Listen, we'll get you
really-
out in a couple hours, but first, tickly, tickly, tickly.
I'm really jealous of Frank West for this one.
The human race lands on a new planet.
Oh my god.
Yep. Okay. Great.
The planet is the same as Earth, just with no known life.
Sure.
The first crew to arrive walk through the planet and are suddenly ambushed. Tentacles erupt from the ground and wrap around the crew and strip them of their clothes.
Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen to them?
No one knows what happened to them, but if you tune into their mobile communications devices, then all you can hear is laughter.
Okay.
In
so
space,
wait,
someone
I
can
get
hear
it.
you laugh.
No, hold on. Before you continue, it's the HERE. So, like, if you're gonna have like a goods manufacturing plant there, then the only thing you could possibly can there is laughter.
All right, but no, I can build on that one. Okay, so that was number 5, but here comes number 6. Every time you think of tickling, you get tickled in the exact way that you imagine. Huh?
That is the 36th thing he thought of.
Yeah, I did that and I backspaced tickling.
He had 35 other ideas before he thought of that.
Yeah, but 37, dude. This is gonna fucking blow your mind.
There you
ready?
go.
Great, cool.
You develop superpowers that can only be activated by tickling.
I mean, I guess that's better than shouting Shazam.
Tickle on!
Number 8. Aliens invade Earth. One by one, they take people off into the mothership for quote-unquote harvesting. They harvest the laughter from tickled humans.
Oh, yes, of course.
Number 9. You dress up as a knight for the Renaissance Fair and fall over. People start taking your armored boots off and tickle your feet. And scene.
What's relatable, nerds?
Number 10. Everyone you have ever pissed off gangs up and tickles you forever.
Is that good or bad?
Oh my god! Number 11. You get some antidepressant pills that turn into tiny robots that trap your most ticklish area and tickle away.
What?
This is the, yes. It's the gray goo tickling
I feel
scenario.
like that would actually piss me off.
It's oh man, that's one of those ones that lets on a lot more about the poster than he realizes.
Well, we're going to have to prescribe you antidepressant tickling pills.
Think of the antidepressant as a tiny little robot that tickles your brain.
And feet.
And side. And side.
And now Wishfoot88 is dead from an overdose.
Have you read Wishfoot's 88's next post?
I got. Oh, is there?
He has one more post
more?
right after it, and it's just one
Oh,
idea.
for fuck's sake. Okay, what's that?
Should I read the whole thing? Okay.
Oh no.
No, there's a short one after that.
Just read the first line.
It's like Final Destination.
good enough. Yep.
But with tickling, by the way.
The next
Sorry.
one is
Mention that.
whoever you look at feels tickled all over. I would need a mirror. Get it? Because then I'm looking at myself and I'm tickled.
What I'm saying is I'm masturbating.
Someone tickle me. Tickle under the
Please.
arms.
Please. Okay, we got one more choice that we need to make. And that choice belongs to Adam.
Yes.
All right, Adam.
Yes.
Two different threads, both on the Tickling Media Forum. The first thread is called, Did Your First Orgasm Involve Tickling Too?
Okay.
Abort.
The second thread is called, Do Like Getting Raspberry on Your Stomach?
That one.
Yeah, that one, please.
You like that one?
See, I want the first one, but okay.
No, it wasn't your choice. I'm so
I'll
sorry.
go with the group.
Because, well, with the
Yeah,
first
Boots,
one,
because you always go with
the
the group.
obvious answer is yes. Everybody's just going, yeah, of course.
Well, it's that headline rule where if there's a question mark, the answer is always yes.
All right, well, you're hyper ticklish, and I have a question for you there. I hate, do like getting raspberry on your stomach? I hate when people give me raspberry on stomach and belly button. BC tickles like hell and turns me on a little bit. Sometime do like when get raspberry on my stomach, but it depends what mood I am in.
So,
Cool story.
huh.
Yes.
So you hate it?
It's my,
Or is it like a like-hate?
sometimes do like. Sometimes do like.
It depends on.
Sometime do
It
like.
depends on what mood I am in.
I am hyper ticklish. I hate it. Kind of gives me the paranoid thought of other people in the room thinking about you fighting, and it annoys
What?
me like hell. But my boyfriend loves it and does it every chance he gets.
And Boots, you're Vali.
Valley. Maybe I'm a Lee from the Valley.
Yep, probably.
Yeah, I love getting raspberries.
Yum.
Spring break.
I feel like I've used that voice for half of these. Anyway, it's like the hottest thing ever. Combination of the tickling and the fart sound is lulzy.
Wow, you.
Go to jail.
Yeah. You should mature emotionally at some point. That would probably be.
But you didn't like all those words I said there?
No. No. All right, well, fine. I am finally ready for our final story. And that story is called Tickled After Death.
Okay.
Great. It is longer than it needs to be, but that's okay because we're going to skip some.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Victor, if you'll start off.
What's the name of the author in
Yeah,
this?
what is your name there, Victor?
My name is Mr. Legbrat. That's Mr. Legbrat to you.
Mr. Legbrat.
Please, my father was Mr. Legbrat.
Mark's wife couldn't make him laugh anymore. 30 years ago, when they first met just after he'd graduated from college, she excited him so by indulging in his greatest fetish.
What do you guys think that might be?
She was a beautiful hillbilly,
What?
a Lil Abner type of woman who often did
Will Abner.
So,
Yeah.
so she had like black hair that's stuck up in a point.
This is already a more absurd visual than all of those like muck episodes we did.
She was a beautiful hillbilly.
A Lil Abner type of woman who often did wear blue jean cutoffs that revealed the bottom part of her large, smooth, rounded buttocks. Mark, a college professor with a F in astrophysics, felt superior to this backwoods beauty who flunked out her first year of community college.
Oh yeah, take that.
That made it doubly exciting when his intellectual inferior tied him to the bed and tickled him into hysterical laughing fits that caused him to feel foolish. It became a regular routine which they engaged in at least once a month, setting a special time in a special closet they kept for that purpose.
Yeah,
Don't go
dude.
in that closet.
Time to go. Hey, baby, you want to go to the fuck closet?
It's got a walk-in fuck closet.
I'll take it. Tell me no more.
Well, tell me, does it have in-unit laundry? Dude, it's got a lock-in fuck closet. What more do you want?
But gradually over the years, Mark came to trust his wife completely, becoming so relaxed that her tickling didn't work and she could no longer make him laugh.
Oh,
You
bitch.
stupid hillbilly woman.
So they abandoned the game. Mark
Oh,
missed
no.
Mark
No!
missed being forced to laugh and lose control. One afternoon, he had his wife tie him down and tickle him for the first time in years. Although she tickled him thoroughly and all over his body, Mark didn't so much as flinch.
Does he kill himself?
He wished he could be 25 again, the age when Melanie first...
Oh my god, she gets a name? What the fuck?
So this
At
is pretty much Lolita, isn't
At
it?
that age, an old sexy woman like Melanie would have driven him crazy. But now it was nothing more than routine foreplay. He suggested to Melanie that she seduce the neighbor's teenage boy so that he could watch her tickle torture him and get vicarious enjoyment out of that.
Great.
But she thought he was joking and didn't seriously consider it.
Hoped. So Mark's looking for some expert advice on the right way to tickle, and a expert tickler comes to the door. So Jack Chick, if you pick it up from, as you know from our correspondence.
Alrighty. As you know from our correspondence, I am an expert tickler. I guarantee your money back if I can't make you laugh. That has never happened to me in 2,394 sessions.
Whoa.
Approximately. We better agree on a safe word because you will need it.
Oh boy.
Auntie.
Auntie? That's interesting. Do you have an aunt fantasy?
Well, no, that's not how safe words work.
Mark stared at Miss Chelsea's big naked breasts, his erection raging. She kicked off her sandals. Actually, a second cousin.
Oh, fuck. What is with you, tickle people? God damn it.
Oh, hey, look, we're back on Tickle Brits UK. It's totally unprecedented.
Yep.
British have fucked up fantasies. Anyways. Okay, strip. I'm going to change into work clothes. I'll be right back.
Work clothes. All right, good.
Mark took his clothes off. Yeah, she's going to put on clothes. That's how this works. Mark took his clothes off and hung them on a hanger. Ms. Chelsea returned, her costume consisting of a tight black girdle, flesh-colored pantyhose, white spiked heels, and a red handkerchief that she wore around her face like a bandit.
What? The Tickle Bandit Coochie Coo!
She directed Mark to a vertical board with clamps for his wrists and ankles. Showed him how he could manipulate it so that she could have him right side up or upside down.
So then some longish explanation about being tied down and a little bit of like fore tickling, I'm going to call it. And then Jack just pick it up at she stopped the neck.
She stopped the neck and chest caressing, much to Mark's relief, and she walked around the room. Mark's eyes followed her, glued to her big boobs. She walked behind him where he couldn't see her and caressed his neck and chest again. Mark jerked at her soft touch. She whispered in his ear, "Does that tickle?"
I would assume so.
Mark smiled, the laughter building inside again. "Does this tickle?" She asked again in a whisper. Mark struggled not to laugh. "Does that tickle?" Finally, Mark burst out laughing. "Yes! Yes!" he said with joy at being forced to laugh.
Wait, I don't believe you because the words ha 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 weren't in quotes.
"I told you were ticklish." She tickled his underarms, and Mark resumed laughing. Miss Chelsea reached down and tickled his belly. "Coochie, coochie, coo," she said in a baby-talking voice.
Okay. Skip a little bit. Mark gets a hand job with a thumb in his ass.
She tickled his stomach.
Yay!
So then, what happens next is the thing that always happens after somebody gives you a hand job, which is that his grade school teacher comes in the room again. So Frank West, pick it up from his teacher, Mrs. Shepard.
His teacher, Mrs. Shepard, ignored his nakedness and ordered him to sit at his desk. She placed a word problem test on his desk. Mark God, there's nothing hotter than that.
Again, we're in a British site.
Oh, yeah, right. No, that's probably normal there.
Then he stared at her bum as she graded his quiz.
Mark watched Miss Shepard walk, and as it used to, it gave him an erection. Yep,
of course.
She wore tight green capri pants that couldn't hide her big, jiggly, sexy ass.
Caprix pants.
Caprix.
Yeah, those are.
I just assumed that was a British spelling. I, for once, gave him the benefit of the doubt.
No, I think that's just
You
an idiot spelling.
There's a difference. Look it up.
It's a great Grand Prix pants that they don't go all the way down.
Answer the questions correctly, or I'll tickle you.
Yeah, I
she
know the
said.
rules.
Mark looked down at the test, and the first one stumped him. His brain frustratingly tried to figure it out and failed. He put the wrong answer down. She marked through it with a red pen. Wrong. Tickle, 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 she said as she approached him.
Is this a multiple choice test? Does this happen every time he fills in a bubble?
Mark ran out of the room.
He's going to fill in this Tickletron sheet with a number tickle pencil.
Miss Shepard followed him down the hallway. Mark opened another door and found himself in bed with Lori.
Yeah, right?
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, sure.
Fell
The
into
fat
bed.
blonde he dated before he met his wife.
Okay.
They were having sex on her bed in her apartment, and words came out his mouth he couldn't control. He confessed that he wanted her to tickle him. Several days passed in a flash, as if he had lived them, working his own job while attending college classes as a student.
Attending
Okay.
college classes as a student, right.
Yeah,
Attending college
Yes.
classes as a student.
Those days just fly by when you're working and going to college.
Yep.
Yeah, real quick. Best years of your life.
Somehow, Mark knew he was going to find out what would have happened if he had continued seeing Lori. He found himself on the couch in her apartment watching television.
It's the ghost
What
of
a
Christmas
fantasy!
Tickle.
This fantasy involves several days of going
I'm
to
watching
college.
TV in somebody else's fucking apartment.
Lori sat next to him, while her mother laid a plate of appetizers on the coffee table in front of them. Her mother had a plain face and wore glasses, but her body was a perfect 36-24.
Oh, Jesus
All
fucking
right,
Christ.
Booze, let's get sexy with Lori's mother. Take it.
Only if she's 5'3".
Thanks, Lemon.
Yep. You're welcome.
Laurie tells me you want to be tickled. Are you ticklish?
Lori held his arms while her mother tickled him.
Of course.
Mark laughed and writhed, helpless before mother and her daughter. Eventually he escaped, running into the hallway, barely avoiding the grasping arms of the giant woman and dodging past Mrs. Shepherd with Laurie and her mother in pursuit.
What?
Yep.
He entered another door and found himself in a wrestling match with an attractive Amazon.
All right.
Sure.
It was real wrestling, complete with referees, judges, and an audience in a gym. She dominated Mark, rendering him helpless in various grips and tickling him an unbearable feeling. Time was odd in the afterlife. It seemed like days before Mark escaped back into the hallway to be chased by the denizens of the other rooms he had freed.
Why doesn't Mark like being tickled?
I think Mark likes to protest too much.
Okay. He keeps running from it.
Yeah.
So when does he die?
No, he's dead. This is fucking Jacob's
been
Ladder.
dead.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you haven't figured this out yet.
Yeah,
He died when we skipped it.
Oh, did he actually die during that skip part?
yeah.
I feel like he might have died because I feel like it's boring setup. This guy's dead, and now the tickle expert comes to torture him.
I feel like I might have died.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, his heart literally stops in the middle of sex
Oh, of course. Okay.
while he's having a seagull feather stroking his ass.
I wish I could say that makes it make more sense, but
No, it doesn't help.
no.
So here, I think we're at the point where the author of the story is like just finished,
Yep.
and is just needs to spew out the rest of her ideas.
Great.
His ideas all in one paragraph. So he opened other doors and was temporarily captured by Wonder Woman and her golden lasso.
Sure.
Yeah, nurses conducting unusual medical procedures, co-eds disputing grades, a voluptuous barber going crazy with her shaving brush. Sorry.
Works either way.
His secretary and her dexterous toenails, a tennis slut and her tricky bondage bet.
Buy the unrated version for all these deleted scenes.
Download the Afterlife DLC now.
An angry woman demanding ass worship. Martian
Yeah.
woman inspecting inspecting Homo sapiens. A woman's mental hospital. A leotard model.
Fucking,
a
I
crazy
don't
cat
know.
burglar who really wants to steal his socks.
I would have wrote this shit, but I already came, so...
Yeah, exactly. A Russian spy getting him to reveal the secret formula. A genie, a she-devil,
An ocean! A boat!
a she-angel.
A trash can! Other things that are in my room.
Hey, Lemon, you're about to get the twist ending here.
Okay, good.
Can you just hold the fuck on?
And Mark couldn't ever figure out whether he was in heaven or hell. The end!
Okay, so the twist ending actually sucked. Go on.
Really makes you think.
Then, Adam, what did you think of the story? By which I mean dazed.
This is really interesting. Why hasn't anyone replied yet? Well, firstly, I liked your observation that if we're really relaxed, then we feels less ticklish, and your description of his visit to the tickling dominatrix was great. What a lovely description of the way she worked, and how he reacted to different type of touch.
And then, read a little bit of your signature, if you would, please.
Sure.
Thanks.
Wild Witch on FetLife, where I run the UK Women into Tickling group and help moderate UK Tickling group. Femme lesbian who enjoys tickling with the right people, mostly a Lee, but will lure if switchy play switchy play occurs.
Switchy play.
Willing to Skype.
Switchy woman.
Oh, sweet.
How do you tickle over Skype?
Very carefully.
It goes kind of like this.
Oh my god, that's the best!
What kind of socks are you wearing? What
So-
kind of socks aren't you wearing?
So, F+, what did we learn from this very British episode?
That Britain isn't fucked up in any way, shape, or form.
There's a lot of secrets.
The British Post had a lot more to do with their families.
Hey, Victor, how many people did you find searching Plenty of Fish for people that are into tickling? At minimum 30 pages. That's what you mean to
30
say.
pages, yes. My favorite is the second guy who was looking for more than just friends.
Oh, that's nice. Anything else that we learned from this?
I like this. This was like, as far as fetish goes, is probably the mildest of the ones that we've covered.
Sort
Like,
of. It still gets pretty incesty, like, all
It
the
gets-
time.
Yeah, I guess weird
That's just
and
Britain, though,
incesty
I'm saying.
and British, but like they don't, they're not. The tickling act itself is never as nearly as grotesque as every other fetish we've ever done.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, because it doesn't seem to accelerate. Like, unlike so many other fetish communities, these guys kind of stay on message. You know what I mean? Like,
It's all about the tickling and the
yeah,
circumstances.
They're
Like,
into
it's
the
never
tickling.
it's never like you'll notice that all of them describe like all of their fantasies, and almost none of them were like, I get tickled by a really hot girl. It's like, I get tickled in this really specific situation.
I guess the thing about this one is it's a fetish that's entirely based on a sense of touch. So there's no way to incorporate horrible smells and horrible sights and horrible fluids into the process of this.
I guess you could,
because those all get in the way of the actual tickling.
I mean, I guess you could, like, there may be descriptions about like a girl with bunions or plantar's warts.
Yeah, but those are things that would numb the sensation of the tickling, so they get in the way of it. It's no good.
Yeah. Presumably the people that we read seem to be into, I think, entirely the people that we read were all into being tickled, right?
Well, I mean, I think we read kind of a broad scope of it, but yeah, I think it was more focused around the lees than the lures.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was just really elucidating, going through that one dude just posting all of his fantasies, and all of them were essentially like, some random ass setup happens, and sometimes it's really complicated, but then I get tickled. It's just like, so it doesn't actually matter.
That's the thing. Like, it seems like in most fetishes, like, they're always looking for some sort of novelty. So it's all, but like, tickling is tickling. So they pretty much just have to come up with these huge elaborate settings that don't really have anything to do with the tickling.
I've learned that if we wanted to get secrets out of our prisoners in Guantanamo Bay, we probably should have just tickled them.
I mean, I would have approved that method. Like,
yeah,
that would have been one of those like government scandals that would be kind of nice to learn. Did you hear what we did? We tickled those people. Okay.
Could you imagine, like Keith Olbermann's big swollen head going like, "How dare you, Mr. Bush, tickle these people within an inch of their life?" And you just go, "You're insane. That could never. That's not happening."
Yeah, that's too ridiculous.
And why are we so safe all of a sudden?
Yeah, they totally get away with it.
The website is always thefpl.us. It's a new site with a new rhythm and a new hard boner, like sites often have.
And if you want to be tickled silly, come to Ball Pit.
Yeah, we're going to tickle your balls in pits. So it's going to be
in armpits.
Yeah, ball armpits.
In the gentle armpits.
Well, thanks for listening, tee-hee-hee.
Coochie coo.
Nothing. No, I'm the female in this story. Excuse me. I've got a part to play on this podcast, and it's the female voices.
I'm sorry. I missed this. Take this out when you edit it.
No, we're leaving that in.